What is going on, everybody? It's you, it's me, it's us. We're back for another wonderful weekly live stream. How you doing? It's been a little while since I've put a video out. I had an incredibly busy week this past week. I had my youngest daughter's birthday party. I had doctor's appointments galore. Work was crazy. So I'd like to take a quick moment for those of you who are members or subscribers of my channel to apologize for the lack of content in the last 7 days. I already have a pretty limited schedule, so I was not able to get as much done as I'd like to. And it was also difficult knowing bans were coming up, you know, like, here, let me make this deck that is designed to beat Monstrous Rage and Corey Steelcutter, and then boom, they're banned. So that's another thing I'd like to talk with you guys about. Bans, holy moly, bans. They banned all the things. All the things. They banned Corey Steelcutter. They banned Monstrous Rage. They banned Hopeless Nightmare. They banned Up the Beanstalk. They banned This Town Ain't Big Enough. They banned just the Monstrous Rage. Heartfire Hero. What? It's like someone just like reached into my brain. Oh, and Abuelo's Awakening. I almost forgot about Abuelo's Awakening. That's an important one. It's like somebody reached into my little Severn brain and was just like, Severn, what do you want banned and standard to make it fun? And then they just took it right out of my brain and inserted it into the ban announcement, and it was beautiful. I'm so happy about it. I know there are a lot of people who didn't think Abuelo's Awakening needed a ban, who didn't think that Up the Beanstalk needed a ban, who didn't think that Hopeless Nightmare needed a ban. So I'd like to take a quick moment to go over why I think those particular bans were actually really good. I mean, obviously Wizards already gave their opinion on it, right? But Orzhov, or Esper Pixie rather, Esper Pixie, prior to Mono Red getting really popular again, and prior to Corey Steelcutter, there were a lot of standard events where Esper Pixie was like 30% of the meta. It was up there. It was definitely becoming an issue, but then Mono Red and Corey Steel got so good that just Esper Pixie was nothing compared to those decks, so it just fell off the map because people were going for the more aggressive strategies and things that beat those more aggressive strategies. Abuelo's Awakening, you can't ban Omniscience, you know, like if you're gonna ban one of the two cards, like Omniscience is in Foundations, and Foundations is supposed to be the place where people can come to learn the game, and it's supposed to be in Standard for 5 to 7 years or even longer possibly, so they're not going to go and ban a mythic from that set because that would just be really bad. What's going on, Mark Howell? It's great to have you here. Yeah, I'm really excited to play some games of Standard. I've not played any games since the bans, so you're getting fresh, live, beautiful reactions to the new environment. So it's really wonderful to be able to feel like you can block stuff again, and to feel like you can kill 1-drops without just dying. Like, what? Like, I was on the fence about whether or not I thought that Manifold Mouse or Heartfire Hero needed the ban, but I'm actually kind of glad they went with Heartfire Hero, because Manifold Mouse is a lot more tame without the 1-drop to make it busted on turn 2. Like, now if you play it on turn 2, it doesn't do anything, and if you play it on turn 3 or 4, it's much less threatening. Whereas before it was like, okay, well, if I don't have an answer to that Heartfire Hero right now, I'm dead, you know, and then by the time you do have an answer, it's a 4/4/5/5, you kill it and you just die anyway from the damage from the death trigger. So I think Heartfire Hero was the right call there. I think Abuelo's Awakening was the right call in the Omni deck. Just because it's like they said, they don't like having 4 mana reanimate non-land permanent stuff anyway. Like, creatures, a little different because creatures are a little bit easier to interact with. Everybody's running creature removal, you know, but not everybody's running enchantment removal or whatever. And they thought that the fact that Abuelo made it a creature was good enough, but the fact that it's Omniscience you're reanimating makes it so that you can just dig through your entire deck in response and find a counter, you know, like it's almost impossible to interact with if they have it and you don't have an answer to the actual Abuelo's Awakening. And then, like I said, with This Town Ain't Big Enough, and the fact that you could just continuously bounce Hopeless Nightmare over and over and over again, and then loop it with Storm Chaser's talent, with this town ain't big enough, and just keep draining your opponent of resources and killing them at the same time, is just not healthy. And I know a lot of people are like, but Severin, Tiny Bones Joins Up does the same thing. No, it doesn't. It doesn't do anywhere near the same thing. Yes, it's a 1-mana card that lets you make your opponent discard, but it doesn't deal 2 damage to their face on top of it. It doesn't enable you to play temporary lockdown into Corey Steelcutter and then bounce the lockdown and make them discard, take 4 to 6 damage from all your Hopeless Nightmares, which, by the way, Tiny Bones Joins Up is a legendary enchantment, so you cannot have more than 1 on the battlefield, so they're worse in multiples, whereas Hopeless Nightmares got better in multiples, because then you could just bounce 2 of them back with your This Town Ain't Big Enough and replay them. So this Town Ain't Big Enough and Hopeless Nightmare definitely had to go. And then on top of that, we got a Beanstalk ban, and I think that was really, really good too, because with the other decks being out, you know, you've lost the 2 fastest decks in the format, and Is It Cutter and Mono Red. Neither of those decks are particularly viable anymore, and now you're losing Pixie Bounds being super, super crazy good, and being able to just drain you of resources. Now you're in this position where Beanstalk would have taken over. You know, even with This Town Ain't Big Enough going, you've still got Leyline Binding for another month. You've still got all of the other Overlords and all the other things that we can cheat on mana to cast for 2 or 3 mana and still get that draw a card off the Beanstalk. And Domain Overlords and then eventually Una Overlords would have just taken over the format completely. So getting rid of Beanstalk, I think, was a fantastic idea. It was already banned in Modern. If it's too powerful for Modern, Standard's getting to be about as powerful as Modern in some cases. So I think it was a good call for it to go. So I'm really happy with the bans. I'm not going to lie to you. I opened up my client and I did not have a single deck in my last 20 decks with a banned card in it, and it felt so good. I was just like, I'm not part of the problem. And also I didn't have to rebuild any of my decks, so that was nice. But I've got tons of new brews for you guys. I've built a few new decks, and then there's a few decks that just were not good enough and fast enough in the previous format that we're going to retry today. So it's going to be an absolute blast, and I'm so excited to finally see some of these degenerate, just feels bad, die on turn 3, even if you have removal decks, out of the format. So let's get into it. All right, so the first thing we're going to play, I'm calling WTF Surprise. Now, this is technically also a best of 3 deck, but now that the bans have come into effect, I think it's worth trying in best of 1 as well. This was a little too slow in best of 1, but I was actually having good success in best of 3 with it. So I'm going to try this out in best of 1 and see how it does. Yeah. I don't know what the meta is right now. So honestly, I don't have anything built to beat the meta right this minute, but I'm hoping that, like, just with the slowdownness, like, these decks are just built to be good in general. So this deck is basically trying to take advantage of a combination of Una and Y'Shtala and Smuggler Surprise. So we've kind of got a couple of angles of attack. So we're ramping with Llanowar Elves and Summon Fenrir and Overlord of the Hauntwoods, doing a little bit of drawing and discarding with Kiora to maybe get some of these things into the graveyard. And then also got Esper Origins to kind of sort of ramp and draw a little bit, you know, just as a nice solid card to be able to cast out of the graveyard if we have to discard it to either Overlord or Kiora. And then Y'Shtala is really cool because it doubles up on end step triggers, and it bounces things. So it doubles up on ETBs and it doubles up on end step triggers. So what's neat is it doubles up on these impending triggers. So these come off impending, you know, faster when Y'Shtala is on the battlefield. And then if it happens to come off impending during the first end step, we can bounce it and then get the extra ETB. And it's just a really fun idea. So it's definitely a little janky, but I thought it was a really fun idea, and I was actually doing pretty okay with it in best of 3 with this sideboard. So we're going to try it out in best of 1, see what happens. We're in gold, so I'm gonna play the jankier stuff while we're in gold. Sven the Viking. All right, or Sven the Viking, I guess would be the proper pronunciation there. We'll keep. Fanatical Firebrand. Yep, they're on with the goblins already. They're like, Mono Red Sean, goblin time. Goblins is a little bit easier to deal with, though, in my opinion, so. Impact Trimmers. Wanna get them with their Firebrand. See, look at that. We would literally be dead right now were this any other deck. So I'm just going to go ahead and keep both of these. Like, our opponent would have us down to, like, 8 this turn. Dragon Fodder. Take some damage. Go ahead and get down Overlord. See what they do. Another Impact Tremors, alright. Well, they're not going super crazy right this minute. Let's get down Summon Titan. Hopefully get something in the grave. Nope, nothing to get back with Yuna, unfortunately. I was kind of hoping that we'd mill something for Yuna there, but that's okay. We can still, the beautiful part about Yuna is, you know, this still gets lifelink when we play her this turn, so. Seer Slicer Goblin, sure. Ping ping. What's their last card? I mean, we did mill a couple of lands, so we're actually going to get ramped pretty hardcore here. Like, really hardcore, actually. Ooh, we'll put Fenrir back in the graveyard there. Beautiful. That worked out nicely. Imagine this many cards being cast by the old Mono Red, though. Like, there'd be no hope. And here we are completely turning the game around. On turn 5. Get back Fenrir. We'll do a little ramping. Yeah. And we can just hard cast Summon Knights around next turn. Easy game. Oh, that felt good. All right, this looks good to me. Elves. It's elf time. Restless Beanstalk would be fun. All right. Go ahead and get some drawing and discarding going on here. Draw, draw. We'll discard. I guess the Verge. I don't want to discard lands, but I might need this Mistrise Village since they're playing blue. Roar! Feel the might of my elf. Bow before the elves. Summon Fenrir, you got it. No. Verge and Fenrir. Hey bro, I got a Fenrir too. Go Plains. Pass the turn. Hold up, get lost for whatever threat he plays this turn. Doubling season, well, that's definitely gotta go. Heck no, we won't go. Although I do greatly appreciate our opponent's game plan here, and I'm trying to figure out if I should play Kiora. I'm gonna play Kiora. Draw, discard elf. And passage. I'm gonna go like this because I get to draw a card on my turn. We don't have anything to Smuggler Surprise. Oh, that's annoying. It doesn't hit Kiora, though, ironically. So that's fun. Draw. Ooh, Y'shtal is good. We'll discard the elf. I think that was worth getting an 8/8 octopus. See what the opponent's got. Another summon Leviathan. Okay, well, guess what? Our octopus stays. Ha ha ha! Secret tech. We were pre-boarded for you, pal. And he scoops because I guess he didn't think we could block. What? Things gold players do. Granted, I am a gold player right now, so I guess I don't really have any room to talk, right? Shower beers. That sounds interesting. By interesting, I mean disturbing. We'll go first. Play Willow Rush Verge. Commercial district for the opponent. So probably something Yuna like us. That can go. Both those can go. We've got 2 get lost at hand, so we need lands is what we need. Lands in our hands is what we need. Cavern on human, I guess, for Yuna. Town Greeter, mill. Oh, they're playing Terra too. Okay. Okay, I see what's going on here. Okay, well, I think we get to our thing first. Since he's not ramping this turn. Yep, there's the Yuna, and he's got the Summon Knights around in the yard. Alright, it's Esper Origins. We need frickin' lands, man. Man, if there's any chance at all he doesn't kill Esper Origins, Smuggler Surprise. I'm gonna take Smuggler Surprise because if he answers Esper Origins, then we just get lost his Yuna. We'll just hold up get lost for his Yuna. And then hopefully play Yuna on our turn. greeter is not removal. I did. Beautiful. All right. Get in for 4. All right, we did the unit thing faster than they did the unit thing. Do they have a sunfall or something? No sunfall. Mill. Dredger's in sight. Not doing them a whole lot of help. Terra in hand. All right, there we go. Well, we're kicking butt so far. Let's get out of gold into platinum, where everybody hates to be. Oh man, I'm telling you what. I know it's only been a couple of games, but I haven't seen a single mouse, and I haven't seen a single pixie. And yes, it's only been like 5 games, but I don't care. Normally, as soon as I crack open this game, it's like mice, pixie, mice, pixie. Captain Rin. All right. Thank you to all of you just joining. Please make sure you hit that like button on your way into the stream. Helps me out immensely. Lets YouTube know we're having a good time. Gets more people in here to have fun too. This looks great to me. We're gonna keep. We're gonna go land elves. Or elves. Swamp for the opponent. Immediately cuts down our elves and ruins our life. That's okay. Lush portico. Get lost. We'll keep that. We might need it. Land for the opponent, and then we'll play this. In the yard. Let's see what's on top with Esper. Man, I want both those things, but there's no good way to do it. So I guess we're just going to keep Fenrir on top. Swamp and Nada from the opponent. All right. Let's go get a land. Let's make it a white land. See if the opponent has some removal. No removal for Fenrir. That's good. Well, I guess that's technically... That is technically removal for Fenrir. Alright, let's ask for Origins. Land in the yard. Both those in the yard. Ooh, Yuna, nice. Nothing crazy to get back with Yuna yet, but... I guess they scoop. They're all right. They were playing mono black, something that doesn't do good against Yuna, apparently. All right, almost out of gold. This is what I get for not playing enough this week. Well, so far, have we lost a game with this yet? We're just undefeated so far. I know that's not that much of an accomplishment in gold. Don't worry, I'm not over here like, I'm the best. I'm undefeated in gold. At J Smooth NYC. All right. All right, this looks good to me. I love Esper Origins. This is such a fun card to me. And this deck is fun. I'm really enjoying this. I had fun with it in Best of 3, but it's nice to play it in a little more fast-paced environment. Okie dokie, our turn. Portico. Elves. Keep. Starting town. Elves for them. Sure. We need lots of lands, so we'll keep. I don't think we turn lands away until we get past 6. We got removal. They're probably playing. I mean, Yuna's really good right now, in my opinion. In the current format. They do have removal for our elf, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. Esper Origins. That can go. Both of those can go. We've got enough lands, I think, for right this second. Opponent gets in with their elf. Feeling the burn, feeling the pain. Overlord. That puts us up to 6 lands for Surprise, but now we gotta draw some stuff to play with Surprise. Swamp for the opponent. They play Overlord Hauntwoods. Play Kiora. I think we'll do it on their turn. It may backfire, because if they just play Yuna here, then that's annoying. There's a Yuna in the yard. Virtue on our Kiora is unfortunate. Probably, we might be losing this one. Oh, I should have ordered those triggers differently. Oopsie. Oh well. Well, let's hope he doesn't have anything too crazy here. He only got 1 land back with the Titan, so that's not too bad. There's a Yuna. That's unfortunate. Got another Titan to get back. Alright. Well, we definitely need something good here. Our opponent just got to their unit before we did. Yep, they get in for 7. Get back another big thing. Get back a Virtue of Persistence, which is interesting to me. Yeah, this game's over. Not a whole lot we can do, unfortunately, because he's going to give a whole big buff to something with that Summon Titan, and then we're just toast, so. In a game of Yuna decks, it's whoever gets to reanimate something with Yuna first. It's turtle time. All right, turtle time. This looks fine to me. And fetch a forest with our Fabled Passage. Maybe not. Maybe not. Let's not thin the deck out yet. Blood Farm Bird to the opponent and Manifest Dread. Oh gosh, is this a new version of the Omni? They're trying to bring this version back. That's happening. This is an old version of Omni. It's much less consistent. But it does work, technically. There it is. Oh no, Growing Dread, okay. That is what they're doing though. They're trying to find Omnis to splash Portal. That's definitely dying. Alright, and we've got Smuggler Surprise up and ready to ruin our opponent's day. Hopefully. They're gonna map it up. They whiff. I mean, I guess they needed the land, but they whiff on counters. Put it on the bottom. Always like it when it goes in the bottom. Now they could have a counter spell here, but then we just get to do it on our turn, so. Let's put down Overlord and Bahamut. Let's destroy that. Destroy that. Let's do it again. Actually, let's do the smart thing here. Pay the 1 extra to make everything hexproof. And that'll do it. All right, that was fun. We got to do the Yashola thing. We're gonna bounce the Overlords and bounce the Bahamuts, and that was fun. That was awesome. That was fun. All right, let's keep doing it, and then we'll see about switching decks here in a few minutes. Been playing this one for about a half an hour, but we've been doing really well with it, so. I think we are, let's see what we are, what our record is with it right now. Kenta Akiba. We're 6-1 with it right now, so I mean, that's pretty impressive. This is... Lush Portico lets us maybe find our 3rd land. Do I think we can find a 3rd land quickly enough? 2 Summon Knights around in hand. No way to really get them in the yard. I think we're gonna mulligan. This is better. We'll put back Surprise for now. And put down a Hedge Maze. Keep the Portico. Duress. Oh, there goes our Get Lost. How rude. Portico. We'll keep that. Because we can't cast it from the graveyard next turn, so we cast it from our hand and then cast it from the yard the following turn. Works out. We're gonna get lands back with Summon Titan, hopefully, so let's Let's put some in our graveyard so we can get some back. Unstoppable Slasher. Okay, well, we might just be about to die here. So. I keep forgetting this draws us a card pretty much. I should have left Fenrir on top, to be honest. There's go for the throw. Well, at least that means we live through the turn. That's what's important. But we go down to like 11. Manowar Elves. I could just go land, removal, Bloodletter, and then we die. Sucks that Bloodletter is still a thing, but it is what it is. Can't wish for everything. I'll just take the hit here. I would like to ramp. Unholy Annex, no demon though. I'll have one next turn though, so we gotta be conscientious of that. Fountain Port was a really good draw. I'm gonna put that in the yard. And I'm gonna get in for 7 here. Because no matter what, we're dead to a Bloodletter either way. From either Annex or Slasher, but at least I have a chance. Oh, but if he attacks with the Llanowar Elves, we're still dead. I didn't think about that. I should have held the Titan back. Me no smart. Fountain Port cost to life. Let's see if our opponent's smart enough to figure that out. If he attacks with both, we're dead. This does require him to think a few steps ahead, though, because he needs to realize that Fountain Port cost us a life. He needs to realize that the elf gives him the 1 damage with the Annex trigger if he makes a demon with it. And then he's got to realize he needs to make the demon to get that, so... taking his time. If he just attacks with Slasher, I think we live. And he may just be scared to attack with the elves because we can block with the Fountain Port. I don't know. Like, he might just not be thinking like that. Or he left. Problem is, honestly... Well, I mean, no, we have Summon Titan, so we have Lethal on board. Do we have Lethal with the Demon and the Life Gain, though? That would be 7 blocking... No, we don't. But he would have to block with the Demon. Now, if he doesn't block with the Demon, then we have Lethal, so that would at least get rid of the Demon for the Annex triggers and keep us alive. I guess he disconnected. I don't know what happened. To be fair, we'll be fair. He... Oh, wait. Yeah, this goes away. I'm super smart. Let's be fair. He had that game won. So we did technically lose this game. Even if he'd made the mistake, a good player would not have made the mistake, so I don't know. I will chalk this up as a loss regardless of what happens. Because realistically, he had Lethal. I'm not going to complain about the rank, you know, because I want to get out of gold, but... For all you lovely viewers, I will not boast a win when I did not get one. All right. Well, I guess it counts to win, but we did technically lose. I don't know. He must have just disconnected or something. So we're 6-2 with the deck now, in my opinion. Let's see if we can just get this last game out of here and get out of gold, and then maybe we can switch decks after that. Dirt Boy. Why are you playing around in the Dirt Boy? We get to go first. I like this hand. Surveil. I'm gonna pitch that. We've got Summon Fenrir to ramp. Although the Everywhere token is nice. Kellen, Planar Trailblazer, what? What is going on? We don't need another Get Lost right now. Is this somebody playing Joda? Oh, it's somebody playing Joda, I think. I'm about to get so stoked. I probably should have fetched the island there. I have another Fenrir though. Oh my gosh, this looks like Joda Humans. If this is Joda Humans, then whoever Dirt Boy is, I love you and you're my bro. Let's get our island. Hadot it. That's what I'm talking about. That's what's up. I'll go ahead and take my 4 here. Gets another Garnet. Or Lauren of the Third Path, rather. We do not currently have a second blue for this Overlord, which is a little unfortunate, but... Did we play a land this turn? We did not. Nice. All right. What's up, turd? Merry Christmas on the bands. Oh, yeah, man. I'm so happy about these bands. I'm so happy about these bands. I've played like 10 games of best of 1 just now and didn't see a single damn mouse. If he doesn't remove Esper, then I actually get to hard cast Knights of Round. Yeah, boy, Simic Dex. What does he hit with that? I guess that makes sense. What happens? Does it go back in my graveyard? That's interesting. So if I remove that now, does it go back to my graveyard and then I get to recast it from my graveyard? Because that's pretty funny. Okay, well, I'm gonna force him to sacrifice Hajar here. Ooh, Smuggler Surprise. I think that's the play. Say hello to my little friends. What you got, buddy? You got 1 mana source that produces colored mana for non-creature spells. We will discard, I guess, Kiora at this point. Anything? That'll do it. All right. Boom, out of gold. Nice. Into plat. All right. This is where the fun stuff starts. This is probably where we'll start seeing people trying to relive the glory days of Mono Red and Esper Pixie and Domain. All right. Well, that was incredibly successful. We went 7-2, out of gold, easy peasy. What's next? I do have this Naya Saga Legends deck, but that's also a Una deck, so I don't want to go nuts on Una, right? You know what? Now that Mono Red's out of here, let's play some Synthesizer, right? So this is like a cursed recording, make 1 billion copies of Synthesizer and forge just ridiculous nonsense deck, and it's wonderful, it's fantastic, and I love it, and we're gonna play it. It's built around realm sketching and copying this as much as possible with cursed recording and just making a ton of robots or whatever this is, Phyrexian Horrors. So let's do it. Let's see if we can win some games with that, because this is a fun deck. Definitely more janky than the deck we just played, so a little bit less likely that we're gonna wreck our opponents, but we're here for fun, we're here for jank, and we're here to try stuff that we could never do before. We need a land, but I need Synthesizer, so I guess we gotta leave it on top, right? It's not very exciting. We've got removal for a couple of turns, though, so we've got a couple turns to draw the land. Nothing. Alright, we're gonna get punished. Immediately getting punished. Opponent's ramping. At least we exile that. Come on. One time, land. Oh, we got there, and now we get the scry. Quarry Mountain Monastery on top. Alright, what you got, opponent? Una would have been good this turn if we'd removed that normally, but not anymore. Alright. Boom. Get down the recording. Make a robot. Lush Portico for the opponent. This is where things start to get fun. Momentum Breaker, sure. We do not have an answer to that. Nurturing. Oh, it's a pixie deck. I told you. I told you, as soon as we get here, they're gonna try to relive the glory days. Alright, we got this, though. We got this. Beautiful. Herbrass Forge. Make a robot. Cursed recording. Activate. Burst lightning. Target. Target. Alright. You got me. Summon Primal Odin. Okay, that is a problem. But it's not game over. It is probably game over. Because unfortunately, our opponent has Momentum Breaker, which means that they are going to get in with this Primal Odin. Hey, you know what? At least their deck is cool. I'll let them get their cool. I'll let them get their cool win. Let's be good sports, because they're playing something actually interesting at least. Oh no! I lost the game. Cue Final Fantasy death music. You saw what the deck does, though. We just, unfortunately, when your opponent plays I win the game card and you don't have an answer for it, that's just what happens, so. Joel Skate. All right. This looks good to me. Get down the tap land first. Opponent's playing planes. All right. Well, this is probably where we're going to start seeing either Convoke or mono white token control. I know mono white token control has become quite popular since the bannings. And you know what? I don't dislike that deck. Oh, so it's Boros Auras maybe. Or Boros Convoke. Could be Boros Convoke. The opponent goes Gleeful Demolition into Knight. That would be kind of unfortunate, but Fire Magic, very good against this deck if that's what it is. That's what it looks like. So I'm left to wonder if we should Fire Magic now and slow their momentum down, but then if they can just get rid of these clues. I think we're gonna play this on the draw mode. Let's see what they do. Fire Magic, in my opinion, is a really good spell. Like, the fact that we can deal 1 to everything at instant speed for 1 mana is pretty sweet. The 3 mana version, we already have a card like that, but then there is still it's a lot of mana, but the 3 mana instant speed is pretty nice too, so. Let's see what our opponent does. They're in the think tank. Our opponent seems to be having trouble making a decision on what they should play. Should they play Gleeful Demolition and then convoke out a Knight, or should they play a land and play a 3-drop, or I guess they disconnected? Has there been an issue with disconnections lately that I'm not aware of? I haven't been having any issues. I'm gonna play Forge because it still leaves Fire Magic up. I mean, I don't even know if this matters anymore. I don't think our opponent's here anymore. Oh, nope, there they are. We always attack, because you never know. They might forget to block. Come on, opponent. You're there now, so no excuses. They got the Flash Soldier or something? Like, there's land number 3. I would love to get Cursed Recording down before I do anything, but Case of the Gateway Express. Huh. Don't need another one. We get to draw a card, which is nice. Land is good. I think this is probably the turn where we're gonna have to fire magic, but I really just want to get more out of it. I'm kind of hoping that they play some more stuff. Warden of the Inner Sky is good. Let's see if we can get them to play out a few more things before they start tapping stuff. Charming Scoundrel. Beautiful. This is what we're looking for. Fine with the Wicked roll. Sucks because we lose a life, but I'd still rather wait and make sure that they don't have Alright, let's do this now. I love that sound effect. That still let them scry? Interesting. I didn't think they'd get the scry off of that, but I guess since they activated the ability prior to me casting the spell, it makes sense. Alright, well this works out nicely, because now we can play Curse Recording with... Ooh, actually... Let's not do that. And I don't think we've played a land. Oh, we have played a land. Okay. I'm smart. I can remember when we played lands. Swear. This is about to turn around real nicely, though. Come on, opponent. You can do it. I believe in you. Click the next button. Play spells. Do the thing. Nope, they're gonna rope. Battlefield Forge. Looks like they're thinking about sacking a clue to draw a card, maybe. Or casting something from their hand like a Charming Scoundrel. I'm fine with that. I mean, it is a 3/2 haste if he wants it to be, and that is annoying, but if he doesn't cast anything else, I could theoretically just bounce it. I think we just bounce it. Yeah, you can recast it next turn, but we're going to have big creatures next turn, so I'm not worried about it. Opponent's going to tippity tap things. Yo, shouldn't frontliner goes away. We play a Fountain Court. We play a Curse Recording. We make a dude. We play a Forge. We make a dude. We get some Forge tokens. Smack the face. Face his place. And the next turn, we can make a whole bunch of copies of Synthesizer, and it'll be glorious. Charming Scoundrel. You got it. Puts a Wicked Toll token on the Warden. Sure. Knight Errant of Eos. Gonna refill his hand. Not really. Does get to put another counter. Well, he's not doing it though. That's just lethal if I copy fire magic. So as much as I want to do the fun thing and make lots of copies, this is the better play. Yeah, actually, I think it was lethal either way, but this is still way more fun. Roar! Got him! All right, first win in platinum out of the way. Let's keep going. Let's keep making the fun things. Task Thief. This looks good to me. We keep it. Plains for the opponent. Balls for us. We'll keep lands for now. Island and Fabrication Foundry. So our opponent might be doing the same thing as us. We'll see. Our opponent does not know how uniquely and interestingly built we are, though, to take advantage of their deck. So we'll have to see how this goes. Siege is fine. Okay, so opponent perilous snared our thing. That's annoying. Let's go ahead and get down cursed recording. We might be losing this one because our opponent they just got to go first and they got their synthesizer down first. So let's see what they do. If they don't have something to play, then we're fine. Really? Why would they play that pre-combat? Or post-combat, I mean. Like, they just lost 2 damage. So confused. Yeah, I mean, we're pretty much dead. I'll give it one more turn, but I'm fairly confident we're dead. All they have to do is cast another artifactor. Yeah. What are the odds they whiff here? Well, yeah, it's still lethal. Okay. They got to their synthesizer first. Would have been pretty funny if we drawn a realm sketching, though, at any point, because then we could have realm sketching to their perilous snare, taken their snare, gotten back our synthesizer, and started going ham. But unfortunately, that is not what happened, so let's try again. We will bring the robots. Numa. Numa, Numa, yay. Numa, 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 yay. See if you remember that one. This looks fine to me. Let's scare him. It's Isn't Cutter. Ah! Ruthless negotiation, sure. 3 steps. Fire Bluff Canal. They're gonna make us discard all our things. Deep Cavern Bat, sure, but we get to torch that. Ka-chow! Give him some Lightning McQueen right there. That's right, look at my hand that makes no sense. What am I playing? You don't know. You don't have a clue. Now you do, because we drew it. Mono Black has no way to deal with this. Keep both those. Well, that's not true. I think they have like one. Do they have anything that deals with artifacts? I don't think they have a single thing that deals with artifacts. Realm sketching, no! They took burst lightning? Oh. Okay. Well, still. I got a fountain port, so I can start drawing cards next turn. I ain't got nothing left to discard, man. Slasher. I'm gonna make a fish, man. I always forget about the fish. Virtue of Persistence, sure. I probably could have sacrificed that, but I still don't want to. I don't want to go to like no life. That doesn't sound fun to me. Oy vey, all right. MTG Arena, sure. I make a fish. There we go. Now we're cooking with grease. Beautiful. Fire magic seems like a good thing to have. Let's do that. That sounds great. And now we can start sacrificing things and drawing cards. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe I shouldn't, because now they could make me discard the fire magic. Maybe that wasn't the smart play. Maybe I should have hung on to it, left it on top. We got this. I love that sound effect. Oh no! Oh no! They were still dead to the Erebras Forge token, but I wanted to cast my Realm Sketching. I haven't gotten to cast it yet. It's really annoying because the deck is built around it, and it's so good. Especially when you can copy it with curse recording like a billion times. All right, we'll play one more game with this deck and then we'll switch it up to another fun brew. Azinbala. This looks good to me. Let's scare him. We're mono red. It's the boogeyman. Thundering Falls. Black Orzhov. I feel like Torch is probably good, so we'll keep a hold of it. Deep Cavern Bat. Well, I was correct. Things like Torch and Tower are probably going to be good in this matchup. What you got, opponent? Swamp. Deep cavern bats are going to be everywhere. Are they gifting us a card? They are. That's annoying. What do they take? Oh, wait. Wait, did they gift it? They did not gift us a card. Well, I mean, our hand's pretty good against them no matter what they take, so. I would imagine they probably take Fire Magic would be the smart take, because it can hit multiple creatures. Oh, wait. They did gift us a card, and the game crashed. The game couldn't handle the generosity, guys. Well, I've never had that. Like, it's what? It literally just like pretended the game didn't happen. It was just like, no, nothing's happening. I don't know what that was. Did I win or lose rank from that? I don't think so. Weird. Okay, this will be the last game we play with this deck, because I want to at least play one more full game with it. Can we talk about how this guy down here kind of looks like Jafar from Aladdin? Like, it looks like he's got a little snake staff and a little pointy hat. Daxter, 80,000. Hey, you guys want to know something interesting about me? Well, I guess your definition of interesting and mine are probably pretty different, but something you might not know about me is I play Roblox with my kids all the time. And they managed to get me sucked into this game called Grow a Garden. I don't know if any of you ever heard of that game, but it's like taken over my kids and my wife's lives, and now mine too, because I want to help them get all the things they want. So if any of you play Grow a Garden, let me know. Rosscliffe Seed. None of these are very good. We need artifacts to trigger Simulacrum Synthesizer, so let's put both of those back. Granted, we can copy it with 3 steps ahead, but I imagine we're getting sheltered by Ghost here, and we're gonna have to bounce. No, maybe not. Is this Pixie? I have no clue what they're doing. But this is definitely about to get out of hand for them if they can't deal with this. Nowhere to run? Sure. You got me. Not my robot! Don't hurt my robot! Nothing. Why don't just doing nothing? They're just planning on doing all the flashy things. All right. I'm just gonna pass. Because I don't want them to have removal or a bounce spell or something weird in response here, so I'm gonna do this at the end of their turn. Copy. So I don't want to discard anything really. Boom, boom. To the bottom. Boom, boom. Ooh. Woo. Oh, come on. It was the last game I was playing with the deck, and I was going to finally do that. Okay, hold on. I got to live. So then next turn, we sacrifice a construct to this. Then next turn, we cut curse recording, tap it, realm sketching, copy, make a billion tokens. That's what the deck's supposed to do. And he didn't let us do it. I'm very disappointed. That's okay though. That's okay. They don't have to let us do all the things. All right. So, next up, we're gonna play something just totally off the wall. Like, I want you to look at this deck and tell me what you think it looks like. It's probably not what you think. So this is like a weird, almost truly colorless control deck. The only colored cards we're playing are Zodiark on Bull God and Deadly Cover-Up. I thought of this because I was wanting to make use of Ultima. My lovely wife, my mod, my supporter, my biggest fan. Yes, please like and subscribe if you have not. Liking the stream helps YouTube know that we're having fun here and doing a good job. And so anyway, Zodiark I thought would be fun because Ultima also happens to be a god. So if you play both of these, like, your creatures don't die, right? And then the only creature we're playing is Solemn Simulacrum, and we want him to die, and then everything else is like big. So basically we're trying to get to Ugin as quickly as possible. And I actually think I want to swap that because I forgot that this does not cast Ugin. So more Hedron Archives. And yeah, so this is a really fun deck. It's definitely very slow, but we've got Karn Silexes, we've got Blastzones and a Blastzone in here, some Pit of Offerings to help with Graveyard Hate in the main deck, and then because it also taps for colorless, this taps for colorless, this taps for colorless. We do have 11 swamps in the list, so not everything taps for colorless, but almost everything taps for black or colorless. So it works out pretty well. So let's see if we can win some games with this nonsense of a control deck. Where'd it go? Oh, I changed it, so it's up there now. All right. I might only play a couple games of this because this is a pretty ambitious deck, but I've been wanting to try my more ambitious brews now that, like, things have slowed down a little. Because this is a perfect example of a deck that just couldn't cut it prior to the ban, so we'll see. Let's get down Candy Trail, get our Scry on. I'll take a second Candy Trail. It's a red deck, but no Heartfire heroes, not anymore. No more do we have to fear Heartfire hero into Manifold Mouse. Candy Trail. I'm fine with those draws. Pit's gonna come down without colors, but that's alright. Emberheart Challenger, much less scary. Go ahead and play Pit. Sacrifice Candy Trail, draw a card. I probably should have just done that on their turn. Make them scared to pump things, but I'm not super stressed about it. I'm gonna play Solemn this turn. Opera Love Song. That is a lot of damage. We can't cast the Nemesis though, which is good. Karn Silex is pretty good. We're gonna go ahead and play Solemn Simulacrum though, which is super great because they don't have Monstrous Rage anymore, so they can't just plow through my Solemn Simulacrum anymore. Now they could be running the 1 mana. They could still wreck my day here, but they could be running the that spell, Dreadmaw's Ire. So that's unfortunate, but we draw a card. It's unfortunate because we don't get to gain life from that. So, is there a way out of this? This comes in tapped, so probably not. Ah, they still got us. Too slow. At least it didn't feel like just unbelievably just degenerate for a change. Like, it was nice to lose to mono red in a relatively normal fashion. Like, we expect aggro decks to still be good, you know, but they were just too good before. It's possible that maybe I should have played Hedron Archive the turn before. I don't know if that would have changed things, but this looks good. Starting down. Underground Mortuary for the opponent. Iron Crag. We're ramping. We ramping. Overlord the Fail Merc. Alright, well that's good. I imagine he's gonna get back the Husk. And Rubble Belt Maverick. Pit of Offerings will serve us well here. I'm gonna go ahead and play Solemn this turn though. He should still be a couple turns away from casting those for super cheap. And this deck is way worse without Beanstalk. Like, way, way worse. We've already got Deadly Cover up, too, on top of it. Like, we're in good shape. That's Overlord number 2. Can't take the Overlord, so gotta take the Gnawing Vermin. Leaves it in the graveyard, though, to reduce the cost of the Huskbreaker Swarm. Exile, exile, exile. Hedron Archive. No attacks. We don't want to put a creature in the yard for him. Karsai Revenant. Ugin says hello.
I grant
Game 3, draw a card.
my timeless open.
Oh, that's 3 mana. Why do I always think that only adds 2 mana? I could have cast Hedron Archive and gotten rid of his Maverick too. I'm silly. Not the end of the universe or anything. Game's pretty much over.
Heed my counsel. Insight is vital to success.
We're gonna get the ultimate Ugin. Unless he removes it here. Aww. How rude! That was incredibly rude. Boom! Gotta pay 7. Pit. Exile. Zodiarch, Umbral God. Well, I guess let's try to attack with Solemn and see if he attacks, if he blocks it. Draw a card. Just gotta find another Ugin. We got 4 in the deck, so this thing's not indestructible, so we've also got more deadly cover-ups. And our thing is indestructible. Let's draw some cards. There's an Ugin. Easy game. Exile. Easy. Easy peasy. Look at that. That was fun.
Goals align, so you have my aid.
I like this deck. I don't care if it's slow. It's fun. This is what I call fun control. With fun, interesting win conditions. Not playing counter spells every 2 seconds. F3NP. We get to go first. It's alright. I'm gonna take the risk of not having turn 3 Karn Silex here to try to maybe get some value out of Pit. That worked out. Let's go ahead and put a counter on that. So Rakdos Dragons? Interesting. Let's go ahead and get this down. Counter on the Filigree Silex. I wonder if they're playing kind of like a steely dragon deck. We'll see. Alright, well, we gotta get no value off Pit, but that's okay. Candy Trail. Let's get our Scry on. Solemn is good. We'll take Solemn. We already have an Ultima, so we don't need that. Maze Mind Tome. Considering using Filigree Silex to get rid of, oh, he's gonna get our Solemn! Okay, hold on. Let's hopefully give him 2 worse things. Solemn would be good for him, because that would ramp him. Trying to decide if I should blow up the Sark in here. How does this read? Rounded down? Let's put an oil counter on it. What's going on, Risen Dragon? Welcome to the stream, Risen Dragon, a fellow content creator. If you have not checked out Risen Dragon, make sure you go give him a like and a subscribe on his channel as well. Let's go ahead and scry here. Pit. We'll take it. Trying to save Silex so that we're not like the Karn Silex, rather. So that we're not blowing up our own stuff. Yeah, of course, man. Gotta stick together. Cavern on Dragon. Another Decadent Dragon. Steals 2 more things from us. Gets in for 7, makes a treasure. Don't need another Zodiarch. Deadly Cover-Up is pretty good, though. Let's go ahead and blow that up. And that gives us a chance to gain some life from this Maze Mine Tome. Then we can get rid of stuff with Karn Silex without being stressed out. Ravka's Theater for the opponent. Mills a Caustic Exhale. Probably a good call. Might Stone, Weak Stone. Okay. Opponent draws 2. Invasion of Tarkir to hit our face for goodness knows how much. We'll see. For 3. Alright. Let's go ahead and gain 4. Get our scry on. We're looking for lands. What's up, Ominous? Yeah, I know. The release cadence is definitely... It's definitely a lot. I think we want the land. And then I think we'll play Ultima. Pass turn, see what happens. I'm sure they have removal, unfortunately. But then we're just a land away from Sire. Yeah, this release cadence is definitely a lot. I mean, it's great for people like me, but then I have to feel guilty, you know, because I know not all of you can, you know, just... It's difficult to keep up with for people who just don't have a lot of time, you know. It's difficult to spend the money and... Every two months you're having to learn a whole new meta. I have not played Age of Empires, actually. I've played RTSs plenty, but not that particular one. I'm trying to decide what to do with this. I think we just leave it. Ooh, Solemn. There we go. Get our land that we needed. Take action, go get a swamp. I'm always happy when the meta's staying fresh, though, because for a content creator like me, when the meta gets stale, I get stale. So for me, it's always a benefit. You know, the more new cards that come out, the better for me. But it's not always good for you guys, and that, you know, I feel you on that for sure. Opponent's gonna get in with their dragon, make a treasure. They're in a position where they want to play Tempest here, but Wow, they stole my... Wait. Yeah, that's my Bahamut. Well, I guess we'll blow up their Might Stone, Weak Stone. Well, that sucks. What do? Me no know what to do. I guess this? Not really great. I need a Nugan. Not gonna get one. Blows up my Silex, yep. This is unfortunate. And we're just dead to the... What am I doing? We're dead. Haha. You got me. Yeah, it's a lot easier to, you know, you don't have to spend nearly as much money on Arena to get a complete set of cards as you do in paper, so that's definitely true. All right, let's switch it up because this deck is very slow, and I'd like to get to show you guys more stuff tonight, so let's switch it up. What should I try? Well, I guess this is technically also a control deck, though. It's also a synthesizer deck, too, so we already played a synthesizer deck, so let's not do that. Let's play some Abzan Legends. No, stop it. Bad. Cancel. Cancel. Oh, no. Well, I guess we're playing one more game with this deck. Oh, wait. No, I switched to this. Okay, well, we're gonna play one game with this, I guess. This wasn't even a good hand. I have tried Pixie Synthesizer. I'm not in love with it, but I have tried it. I don't like untapped blue and white mana, so I'm not gonna just slam a synthesizer here and get it countered. Counter that. Stop them from drawing. Because they could just be playing the repair and recharge version of Omni here.
Is wasted. You cannot win.
They might just be blue-white control, mill.
I will shatter your mind.
I will shatter your mind. Ah. I'm Jace. Yep, you got me.
You can be made to obey.
You can be made to obey. Construct. Let's see if they got a counter. I'm sure they do. Oh wait, but we have cavern, so almost forgot we had the cavern. Yeah, I bet Merfolk is actually a lot better now with things slowed down. Alright, what do they got? No more lies, temporary lockdown, Elspeth's Might, 3 steps ahead, negate. What are we more scared of? Lockdown gets rid of our tokens, but I mean, it's really not that big of a deal. I guess no more lies is the worst. Yeah, 10 You know what? 10 and 13 are my favorites, so we've got that in common, Ominous. 10 and 13 are my absolute favorites of all time. And I have definitely been wanting to play 10. I've very much considered streaming 10. Well, he can't counter this, so... Here Hulk it is. Make more tokens. Put that in his library. Give him the smackdown. Get lost. Well, that technically grows my other Gear Hulk, so. But then he gets to lock it all down and feel good about himself. But then I just get to cast another Gear Hulk and... Double strike! And the next turn he's pretty much screwed regardless. Because these have prowess. GG, alright. Well, I was only going to play one game with this deck because I didn't want to do too many synthesizer lists in one night. But you see, that deck is very fun too. Gear Hulk control. Alright, we're going to play some Abzan Legend because that's a little bit more aggressive and very fun. So where'd it go? There it is. So this deck is built around, it's got quite a few cards from Final Fantasy in it. We got Judge Master Gabranth, we've got some Torgal Finehounds, some Reno and Rude, some Zac Bears, some Aeriths, some Venat. Like, this whole deck is basically almost all new Final Fantasy stuff. And we're built around Rada Drabik of Urborg and making lots and lots of copies of these things, pumping them all up with Sarah Farron, getting them back with Honest Rustine and Zoraline, and just having a good old time. So let us get into this deck because it is super fun and much better positioned now that Mono Red and Corey Steelcutter are out of the picture. Legion of Rabbits. Opponent goes first. This is a little slow, but not terrible. Okay. Meticulous Archive, alright. It's a... Someone's still trying to play the Omni deck, which, granted, it's still totally viable. Oh. This is interesting. Get stock up back. Yep, you're cool. That was a good draw. Torgal, a fine hound. Picklock Prankster, mill some more stuff. Get back in the Forest Dispersal. Let's go ahead and play Aerith here. What's going on, Lucas? I am doing great. Welcome to the stream, my friend. Good to have you, as always. Stock up. All right, well. We know that this version of Omni cannot combo until they have 5 lands. And they don't even have an Omni in the yard yet, do they? No. It's possible that's not what they're doing, but I somehow doubt that. Oh wait, this is Swallowed by Leviathan. I thought this was the bounce spell. Day of Judgment, alright. That's fair. Honest Rustine. Get back Aerith. Replay Aerith. Overextend a little bit because we still have another Honest Rustine to get stuff back. There's another day. Alright. You got me. We'll just keep cycling Honest Rustines. It'll be great. Oh my gosh. Wow. All right. Pelagi Archaeologist. No. The fourth Day of Judgment. Look at that. They're all even in My gosh. You gotta be kidding me. More blocks. See if they get lucky and surveil an Omni into the graveyard. Come on, opponent. Not that hard to surveil. Picklock Prankster, yep. Okay. We're drawing all of our lands, none of our gas. We need some creatures, please. Alright. For the Day of Judgment, we can keep our Reno and Root alive and get back something juicy from the graveyard. What? Well, that's an interesting, Is their plan just to mill us out with hope? I have to admit, that's pretty funny. I don't even know. I really don't. I have no clue what, like, this is such a weird, but, like, it's interesting. It's like a weird hope mill deck? Well, because now they're gonna Day of Judgment and then get it all back again with Raise the Past and mill me again. So I get what they're doing, but it's very convoluted. Inspiration from Beyond. Get back Raise the Past. And then cast Day of Judgment. I have 31 cards. Very confused. They should have dayed there. Swallowed by Leviathan. I guess I'm never, ever, ever resolving that, right? Okay. I'm just gonna scoop, because I'm never gonna resolve anything or keep anything on the board at this point. That was a very strange control deck. Hey, you know, I'm all for it. I love seeing stuff I don't understand. Like, especially when it works. Like, I mean, it worked. If we don't find a third land, we're toast. This is better. Not a lot better, but it is better. What do we put back? I think it's Tiny Bones, as much as I don't want it to be. Maybe it's not. I don't know. Maybe we put Rotodrobic back. I think it's Tiny Bones. This is not a good hand. Cecil. Well, at least they'll be damaging themselves. Voice of Victory, sure. Let's get down Sephiroth. Does he have removal? Infestation Sage. He's probably. It looks like he's playing Sephiroth also. Sage is a Sephiroth card for sure. Get Lost. That's annoying. Let's play Rotodrobic. See if he's got Rotodrobic has Ward too, so he's got to have a land and a removal spell, or an Edict, I guess. He definitely has Shielded Edict. Sephiroth. Well, he can definitely flip Sephiroth here, which is annoying. Actually, if I don't block, it doesn't flip. Still has an insect we can't do anything about. I don't know if that's good enough. I would love another Rotodrobic to start making tons of tokens, but also not what I need. I need something that gets rid of this insect or that gains me life. So we're in a bit of a bind here. No, we're just dead. Because he can just attack with Voice of Victory and we die to the... Yeah, alright. Unfortunate. And he had a Sephiroth anyway. Alright. Well, let's not having the luck with this deck. Let's switch it up. Just having the bad feels about this one, so we're gonna move to something else. Let's play Orzhov. I got an Orzhov Humans list here. because I think that right now Combo Profiteering Mayor is in a really good spot because of how popular the mono white token control is getting. Dark Confidant is really nice in a deck like this where we're pretty low to the ground. And it's just fast, so we're gonna try it out and see how it goes. KK 1 2 3 4. 1 2 3 4. All right. On human, get down Cecil. Hedge maze for the opponent. Bahamut in the graveyard. Good to know. Dark Confidant. So something Yuna. You gotta try to be faster than them. Cut down and land. Looks like they're playing Sultai though. Yuna, so maybe they're playing 4-color? Or maybe they're just playing straight up Reanimator. The good news is if they're just gonna zombify a Bahamut, that's not gonna be enough. Ooh! That was a little rougher than I was expecting. Alright, see if they can do anything. So I think we have lethal if they don't present a blocker here or wipe the board. So we have 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then 8 from the combo trigger. And we do have removal for that blocker, so that'll do it. Nice, quick, and easy. All right, GG. Ores off humans. Dum ba dum bum 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 bum. I am ready. I can't pronounce that name. It looks like a bunch of different boats. I like this hand. Burn on human. Cecil. Cecil Weasel. Tap land for the opponent. You love to see it. Copper coat. Boom. Another tap land. We have a torch. Authority of the consoles. All right. How worried am I that he's going to wipe the board with a split up here? I guess we just got to take the risk. Did we overextend into a split up? Oh, thank goodness. All right, and then we should be good with, even if he wipes the board, we've got Fortress. Ooh. What scary? What? Okay, well, he's dead. very confused. He had Breaching Dragonstorm in his deck, but that, like, completely defeats the purpose. Playing all these cheaper cards, so I'm not quite sure what he was doing there. Alright. This deck is feeling a lot better. Let's smash and crash! Mindhorn! Alright, Mindhorn. I got some humans for you. Oh, opponent's playing Orzhov also. Get down Voice. So if they have cut down, they have to do it on their turn. Throw off their mana curve a little, maybe. Oh, they also have a Voice of Victory. How adorable. Let's get down Coppercoat Vanguard. Go attacking. Corner block. Take 2. Case of the Uneaten Feast. Alright. And Strategic Betrayal. I think I'd rather have the Vanguard for now. That's tempting. I think we should play Lauren, though. Let's play Lauren. Let's do the smart thing. Get in with the Vanguard. Then maybe next turn we draw a land and we can play Jarina and Tomik in the same turn. Or Dark. Nah, Jarina's probably a better play. Opponent gets in. I'm more than willing to trade Lauren for Voice of Victory. Oh! Probably should have thought about that. You got me, opponent. So it looks like they're playing a Sephiroth list too. Confidant. Good old Bob. Not looking good. Sephiroth is very good, and we are not drawing removal at the moment. Okay. I'd say that was a relatively good turn of events. Got Jarina to protect everybody. Cecil flips, more than likely. Starts gaining us some life. Opponent doesn't have a lot of good options here. He's gonna attack with everything, though. You got it, pal. See what he does here. Cecil flips. Case of the Uneaten Feast, and we're back online. As long as we don't draw a 3-drop here. Whew. Saved by the Bob. Indestructible on everything. Put us back up to 8. Bleachbone Verge. YSO Core. Gain life. Ooh. Are we dead? We might be dead. 1, 2, 3. So we take 2. Ooh, this is gonna be close. Bob, don't kill me, bro. Land, 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 land. No! Bob killed us! No! Oh, man. Sephiroth Aristocrats is really good right now, too, with the bans, I think. A lot better without so much mono red running around. Wisp. Opponent goes first. We got a good hand. Duress. Alright, there goes our Get Lost. And we drew another one, so it's fine. Get down Cecil. Cecil the Dark Knight. Opponent doesn't do anything, alright. Officer. Officer, officer. Blast Zone. That is annoying because he can basically wipe our board. So let's go play Dark Confidant and make that a little bit worse of an option for him. Soulstone Sanctuary and Shielded the Apocalypse. Trying to get their last glory out of Shielded before she rotates. Deadly Cover Up? Oh, okay. Dark Confidant. Get Lost is beautiful. Let's get lost. Opponent's got removal for our Cecil. Very rude. Play another one. Get in. Another Shielded, sure. Not good enough. Land. Do another map. It's not good enough! Got him. I also could have attacked with Fortress, but this was also just enough. So. No sense in dragging it out unnecessarily. Victory it is for the humans. Let's keep it up. All right. This deck feels good. I like it. It's just nice to be on the best of one ladder we've been on the best of one ladder for 2 hours and 14 minutes, and we haven't seen any. We've seen one mono red deck and like one pixie deck, and that's it. This is fine. Oh, speed! I spoke too soon. I jinxed it, guys. I jinxed it, guys. I shouldn't have said anything. Monstrous Rage being gone means blocking is good again. Haha. There's only a handful of pump spells for 1 mana that give toughness on top of the power, so... Screaming Nemesis. Sure. Oh my gosh. Okay, Nemesis number 2. Screaming Nemesis, still a very strong card, apparently. I do not have enough white mana for that. Alright, so let's go ahead and get rid of Nemesis then. Get in for 2. We need lands. We're due for a land, so hopefully Bob hits a land next turn. What's going on, Fed Smoker? How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Can't block Swift Spear because prowess. Land. Thank you. Good job, deck. Proud of you. I couldn't tell from your name there, but now I know. So thank you for letting me know. Appreciate it. Well, that was just rude. Am I wearing a wig? Like me? We just got our asses kicked somehow, so that was fun. I was too busy trying to figure out if you thought I was wearing a wig. No. All me.